Yeah. Okay, Trapper Dave here with Hillbilly Furs. Been a sort of a rough week at work. Worked some long hours this week. Uh, Looks like going to be doing that next week, part of the week. So uh, haven't had a lot of time to get much done in the fur shed, but we have. I've been working on a few things here. Uh, Good evening, Denise. So I've been talking about last couple of times about working on some skulls and stuff like that, and I finally got some more of them done here this past few days. I brought a couple in. I'm going to show you. These are the two that I didn't have any done, and I brought one of each in. Going to let you look at. It. They're not complete, so they're going to look a little bit funny. This is just the top part. These are not the. When I get them done, get everything glued together, and get them fixed, well, they will look a little bit different. But the first one I'm going to do here. This is a get my big hand out of the way. Find the camera. Uh, this here is this is a fox, red fox. As you can see, it looks a lot like a K. It's a member of the canine family. Looks a lot like the coyote, except it's just a lot smaller. But I'm gonna turn it over this way. Some of the teeth may fall out because they're not glued in yet. That's one thing. That's one of the last cleaning processes you do. Look in there, see that's all nice and clean. And I made a video this morning while I was working on some of this stuff out in the shop, and you can spend a lot of money on uh, stuff to clean these with, but I tried something different this time, and it seems to work very well. And I'll go ahead and show you this bobcat skull, and then we'll get back to what the new stuff I've been trying to clean with. As you can see, they have large, large canines, but this is a member of the cat family, so they do look they look pretty weird there. But when I get them done, they'll have the bottom jaws and all that stuff. We'll get everything glued in. These teeth are loose; they'll come out, so I have to be careful not to. I mean, they'll come right out now. I mean, so I usually keep them turned up like it. I get everything glued in that way. We won't be losing teeth. But back to the cleaning part. Of course, when you're working with any kind of a skull or a bone or anything like that, you can. There's different ways to do it. There's a what they call a. There's beetles that you can get uh, to do all this, and I mean they will clean them, but you still gotta soak them and get the stuff off that they don't get. But those are good to have, but they're also real dangerous to have around. Uh, that's all they do is eat. Eat skull, eat meat off of skulls, or you got to keep them fed. If they don't, they'll die on you. But then if they get out, you've got problems. So that's a whole different ball game there. You don't want to have to deal with. But anyway, uh, that's why I don't have any because as of right now, the more skulls I do, it's easier to do it the way that I'm doing it. But when you get one in the pot to get it to boil, you want to get it to boil and then you want to turn it back down to just a simmer. Because if you boil them too long, your bone is going to get soft and it's going to come apart, and you've got a mess to deal with, and you just have to throw everything away. But I like to simmer mine for a little while, and then that way everything works better. But actually, uh, these year, I mean, a professionally done skull, you can buy all the what they call a whitening gel and a degreaser and all that stuff. But if you'll put a little bit of Dawn dishwashing liquid in your water when you're doing it, it takes a lot of the grease out of the bone. I mean, the bone has grease just like anything else does. But some worse than others, but they all have it. But what happened here was uh, I'm cheap, always have been. I'll just go ahead and tell you. But when you're in this line of work, the less money you spend, the better off you are. But would anybody think Paula Dent would clean it this well? I didn't think it would. We got to experiment with a few things here the last few days. Well, actually, the last week or so. Uh, Liz had made some coyote teeth uh, earrings for some people, and she had soaked them in polydent. I mean, I was amazed by how they looked. So, as you can see, there's not much difference in what you spend. I bought 80 polydent tablets for like $5 at the Dollar General store, and then when you go buy this stuff from a taxidermy place, you're going to spend probably $30 for this whole kit, and it's not going to do but just very few of these. And I've got 10 to do, and I'm still going to have probably over half my box left. So I can probably do 30 skulls on a box of polydent, and gets the it gets like the bacteria, all of that. I mean, pretty much everything is. I mean, it's pretty much done. So that's neat. Uh, some things you're still going to have just a little bit of the darker. I mean, that's just part of the ivory. Uh, just depends on the animal. But you're going to have a little bit of the dark stuff. But they are a and that's the next step. There's different ways that you can do this. And if you buy a kit, skull cleaning kit from a taxidermy store, it's going to have all this in there. But once you get them down to this white, uh, I go to the Dollar General, and you can get a $10 woman's uh, hair dyeing kit, bleaching kit, and there's two different kinds of them. One of them has pneumonia, and one of them doesn't. The one with ammonia works faster and better, but uh, yeah, thanks for correcting me there. The hair bleach kit. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm getting there. But anyway, uh, it makes different. The one without ammonia is the better one because too much ammonia on a bone will get it brittle and cause it to eat away. So I like to use the one without the ammonia, and that way it does a lot better. So, and you can get that mixed up just to you want to have plenty of ventilation when you do that because in a confined space it will not end well if you ain't got good air ventilation because it it might be rough, might make you very sick. So you want to keep that keep a lot of ventilation doing if you're doing that. But anyway, it all works real well, and uh, like I said, it you can spend $15 like I have and done probably do 20, 20 between 20 and 30 skulls. The higher bleach kit, it may not do as many as your polydent will, but it will still do probably around, I'm gonna say 10 to 15, depends on if you get on up into something say the size of a deer skull or a maybe a bear skull or something like that, anything bigger, well, then you might not have as much. It might not do as many, but just something like this right here. I mean, you can spend $10, $15 and do probably anywhere from around 10 to 15 or maybe even 20 skulls. So, that's a lot cheaper, less a dollar a piece versus a couple of dollars or $3 or $4 a piece. Just depends on what you buy. Some of those kits they'll run around $35, $45. Then that's not counting the shipping, so you can easily have $50 tied up and not get much done. So, but fixing tan some beaver pelts. Got some videos I made today. Going to add those to the on YouTube to Hillbilly Heart there. For anybody who wants to watch those, I've got 3 in the washing machine right now. Put them in there this morning. Gonna let them soak overnight. Then I'll put them in the pickling tomorrow morning, and they'll stay probably till probably about 5 days. I'll get them tanned. Should get them tanned Friday, or maybe Saturday morning. If they stay 5 days, it'll be Saturday morning. But they're smaller ones, and I thin them down real good, so I can probably get a 4-day pickling out of those, and that way we can maybe next weekend I'll be getting stuff out to get ready for the 127 corridor sale here in Jamestown, Tennessee, where actually the head of it, the main office of it. So anybody that's traveling 127 during that time, good luck with the traffic because it's going to be bad from what I've been seeing. And uh, hunt us up if you're traveling 127 corridor sale. Hunt us up. We'll try to check us out. We got business cards and all that stuff. And it's August the 4th through the 7th. This year they extended it one day. When they first started, it used to be 4 days long. And then back a few years ago, they cut it back from Thursday to Saturday. And this year they brought it back on Sunday. So we'll probably be there all 4 days. Depends on the traffic flow on the 7th, which will be a Sunday. And that's one reason we're not listing much on Etsy right now is because we're trying to. I mean, we can if we sell something that we've got on there. I mean, we can take it off, but I don't want to have chances is taking somebody buys something at the same time at the 127 sale on the Etsy store, and we've got a problem there. So that's part of that. And the last bobcat I had on Etsy, the dorsal skin one, I sold it last night to a person in Michigan. So as of now, I'm out of bobcats. I wished I had some more, but I don't. So it may be probably going to be this fall before I have any more cats for sale. I wished I had some, but as right now, I just don't have access to them unless uh, if somebody was to bring me one to tan, then they don't pick it back up in so many days. Why? If they happen not to want it, well then we might be able to put it on there for sale. So we just have to see what happens about that. But other than that, I mean, we've been extremely busy, and I was hoping for a little bit lesser week at work so I could get more done. But first 3 days of it is not going to be. It's going to be pretty hectic. So then starting maybe Thursday and Friday, why it should be back. Things will be back to normal. And yeah, I do have the hat. Anybody find it here? Uh, Hillbilly Furs, and you can see you got the Hillbilly Furs at gmail.com on there, my phone number and all that. I'll be wearing this in uh, the 127 quarter sale. I'll be wearing that. So if you see somebody with a hat like this on, why you have found the Hillbilly Fur guy. So I got to put this back on because I had a haircut and I'm about bald and my head's throwing a glare on the thing. So I better get that covered back up before I don't want to blind nobody. But anyway, uh, just hanging out and thanks Denise. I did great last year. Hoping for another good year this year. I do have, speaking of the bobcats, I do have a mount that I'm doing. Uh, Supposed to get it picked up next weekend, and so I probably won't ever list it on Etsy because it would cost so much to ship it. But other than that, why I'll probably have it in a 127 sale. But as far as having it on Etsy, why is right now that would be a no no. But we'll have plenty of other stuff listed on there, and if whatever we don't sell there, uh, we'll probably put a hit on. We'll probably list some more stuff. So we'll try to get Etsy flooded back here probably around the 8th and 9th of August or somewhere in there. Hey, Gypsy, good to see you popped on. But and also Liz is going to be working on some more jewelry this coming week, and as soon as we get some more stuff in, she's going to start making some hopefully some bags like carrying bags and stuff like that, and they're going to have different types of fur on those. We have a couple of stores here local that is wanting us to bring some down for display and to sell. So we're gonna that's something else that we're looking forward to, and we're gonna be trying some more new stuff uh, here probably over the next few months. Uh, I'll start tanning more here back here probably in a couple of weeks. Uh, about the second week in August, I'll probably get back to tanning quite a bit. We got several festivals and sale festivals coming up that we're going to set up to sell stuff in here next August, September, and October. We're going to be pretty busy. It looks like we keep getting invites and stuff like that. So we're going to be going to those. But we're just plugging right along in the fur business, and hopefully it'll keep growing for us like it is right now. Etsy's doing extremely well, and so um, Gypsy, no, it's actually not too hot to tan. Uh, I have a shop. It's got AC in it, stuff like that. The thing about it is, um, once you get it dry, you just have to be real careful when you're getting everything dried to uh, it can dry too much and can cause problems. But you got to keep a real watch on your how much you let your fur dry and all that. And then again, when you do get it tanned, if you got if you got high humidity, that plays a big part in it. If you got high humidity, it will not dry like it needs to. But if you have real low humidity, uh, then you've got to really pay attention to it because if you don't, why it will dry so fast that you can't keep it broken down and all that stuff. And yes, I do use a bacteria stuff uh, that I put on a lot of pelts. And it also depends on what I'm tanning. Your stuff that lives that's a water animal, like your river otters and your beavers and your muskrats and stuff like that. You really don't have to worry much about bacteria in those because those are caught in the wintertime, and that way you can get those put in the freezer. You really don't have to worry about it. But what you really got to worry about is probably the two of the worst things is your coyotes and your uh, foxes. Bobcats are not real bad, but your foxes and your coyotes, they've got real thick fur, and you have to pay real close attention about that because if you don't, they can get some bacteria built up in there, and you really got problems. So That's basically the only two that I really worry about and pay a lot of attention to. But it actually too colder weather is worse on tanning than hot weather is because too cold. I mean, if it freezes, why then it's done for. You can't never get it back like you need it or work it. I tried that one time just to experiment, see what happened, and I throw some stuff away. That uh, so yeah, I like the summertime. That way, it is better for me. Uh, I'm pretty much got a building where insects and stuff don't get in. That was a gypsy. That was a fox head that she made out of the purse out of. So, but yeah, it's actually a hanging. It's hanging right here on the hanging on the wall right there. But yeah, that's a red fox, and yeah, she done a real good job on it. I was impressed with the. I had to help her a little bit punch the holes and stuff through the leather, but she done a real good job on lacing it and all that stuff. So yeah, she got it finished back in June, I think it was, and I took it to a one place that I went to, and everybody picked it up and looked at it, and uh, one lady, she I thought would about it, but her husband was like, "What do you need with that?" So she's like, "Well, it's pretty." So anyway, that's the moral of the story there, I guess. But yeah, it is nice. Uh, the bags that she's going to start making, they will probably be made probably out of some raccoon fur and probably maybe some coyote fur, and but they should look real good when we get them done. And if I can get a beaver thinned down good enough to and get it tanned and worked enough, why she may make some out of beaver fur. We're not real sure yet, but hopefully, if everything goes well, starting next year, uh, first of the year, we'll probably will be making more garment stuff. Hopefully, that's our plan. But we'll just have to see how everything runs out and see how everything goes. Uh, I have sent some fur off to be tanned in uh, a tannery, and so I'm fixing to send off some more here in a few weeks because I'm busy to where I can't get it all done, and I need to get my freezers cleaned out. So I had some stuff in there that was starting to get a little bit. It wasn't getting too old, but it was getting old, so I had to get it cleaned out. That's basically what I've been doing, and sending stuff off like that, get it done. That way, I can do what I need to do here, and then let somebody else worry about the other stuff. So that works out pretty good that way. But talking about the humidity and stuff here, Denise, it has been really bad here in the last 4 days. Actually, the temperature today was like 84, but with the heat index and everything, it was like 104. So you could just about cut the air with a knife. It feels like. I mean, it's really muggy out there. Yes, Liz is doing better. Hopefully, she's got this last uh, flare up that she had. Hopefully it's behind her and she can get back to uh, being her being a little bit more active. But yeah, she was in. She did swim twice today in the pool, so that's a big step from where she was at a week ago. So, but I have to wear my farmer's hat when I'm in there because if I don't, I'll blind the airplanes that fly over. So my head's about by all there, so I don't want to get hit sunburnt. But I wear my farmer's hat. But as it goes along with getting old, I guess you lose your hair. But uh, everybody pay attention next week. She's got some stuff that she's working on. I really don't even know uh, what all she has got started. To be honest with you, she gets in here while I'm at work and makes things. I don't even know that she was talking about or thinking about making. So everybody just keep a watch on next week. She'll be doing some lives throughout the week. So, but that way I never know what she's. A lot of times I go to work and won't hear anything from her till almost time to come home, and she'll be like, "Well, I've been crafting all night." So then I get home, she's got two or three things made. So I think she's gonna make some more jewelry. Um, I've got some stuff that that I've been working on. That she's gonna make some more jewelry out of, and it may be interesting, but we'll see how it turns out. So she'll be probably doing that some this week. She may do that live. Uh, she don't holler too much. A lot of times she'll holler and then I won't know nothing about it for a while because I'll get busy and not check my phone. So I never know. Sometimes uh, I never hear nothing out of her till way late, and sometimes it's not long after I get to work. So it just depends. I guess it uh, depends on how much she misses me while I'm gone. Probably that's probably what it is. So yeah, the raccoon naughty earrings. That's gonna be a that's gonna be interesting there. So I'm glad she's the I'm glad she's the one that's makes the jewelry, not me. But I figured that was a coming. Her saying something about it. So anyway, it ain't too bad. Embarrassing. It amazes me what some people wears, but if there's a market for it and I've got it, why we'll make something out of it. But Yeah, I didn't think about wearing a different color shirt. Now I'm just all blended in together. Of course, I have got a lot of sun on my face too. I'll throw that in there. That way, that's where the red part come from. But but sometimes, Gypsy, you can get down this way. Why, give us a few days warning, and we'll try to. If you can head down this way, we might be able to meet halfway or something like that, and have lunch or uh, dinner or something like that, and chit chat a few hours. But so, but but yeah, I'd say he does need some help if he's going. If he had back surgery, so he probably that's more important right now, I'm sure. But yeah, I got out yesterday and done a little grandpa shopping. I ain't got no cane yet, but I may have to get me one next. I guess that means I'm getting old being a grandpa. Yeah, you better go up and take care of him there. That way he don't get rid of you. You don't get rid of him. I guess is what we say. 112. It's pretty funny. You just be safe traveling. This is part of her. You're welcome, Gypsy. Uh, this is part of our dragonfly dream catcher that she's working on. So when it gets together, uh, I can't hold it all up there, but it will go in a bone vertebrae of a cow. So it'll be pretty good size when she gets it all together. But she should get that finished up this week. If I don't tear it up, putting it back over here in the chair. But I got that there now. But I done that without tearing up too much stuff. Uh, yeah. She's gonna make some smaller. She's gonna make some smaller ones, and we got quite a bit of stuff like the cow vertebrae, stuff like that, and that way we're going. She's going to try and make several more. She's got some more of her stuff started, but this is the one that she's been working on. I'm not sure if it's done or what it is, but anyway, um, it's yeah, it's the right way it goes there. Got all these little pretty little beads there, and that, and then she put these white feathers on there. So This in here is basically done. So, but that's some pretty tight weaving right there, as you can see. That's pretty. Well, she's saying it's not done. So, anyway, I thought it was done, but that's my bad. But she'll get finished up here, so it's pretty. Some little feathers on there. Get one over through there. Yeah, they blow pretty. They work pretty. And then she put extra beads on it down through here, and then down through there. There's a bunch of beads. But so I got that hung back up. That crack should hit out. So she's got more patience than I do, I guess. Uh, no, I when I start working on beaver hoops, I sit back here for probably 2 or 3 hours and work on those, and it takes a long time to do those. And actually, I've got another couple. I've got a couple more I need to do because I put some stuff. Uh, I put some stuff in the store for a lady was wanting to hang up and let people look at, and I've just got 2 beaver hoops left. So anyway, uh, I gotta work on them some more. But there's nothing wrong with having one dream and finding cake icing. I mean that's kind of that's pretty good there. If you just had one dream and finding that, why that's pretty good. But I'm not real sure what you're talking about with stuff, but I guess I'm fixing to find out because Liz saying she's going to make some. So anyway, I guess I'll learn more about that. Denise, that is great. I mean, it really is. There's nothing like a her stop. I mean, her stop having the dreams is that's great. It really is. That means it's working. So thank goodness for that. That's right, Gypsy. If they're made to work, if they're made right with intent, I mean, somebody's personal needs or whatever it is. I mean, that works okay. But I mean, I went places and people just makes them for just to make them. I don't. They're all made the same way. So uh, I'm not. I guess some people just buys them for looks, but they're actually made to. If they're made right, well, then they. I've heard a lot of people say that they work. I had her to make a girl at work one time, and uh, she just wanted one to make. She just wanted one made to hang up in her daughter's room, and I asked her if she wanted it made her a certain way, and she said no. I said she just wanted one made to look pretty. So, people makes them to look pretty, but then people makes them to actually make them for what they're actually made for. So that's good. And Denise, we're glad that you found us and being part of the YouTube and all that stuff. Uh, we thank you for that. Thanks for advertising, and yes, people, we got to have people like that to do all that too. But and we was talking about the Etsy store there earlier. Uh, it has really been picking up. A week ago, we was around 600 views a day, and now last few days we're over 700. So it just keeps on going up. That's great. We're liking that. Uh, it keeps the views just keeps climbing. So we can't be no happier than we are right now because it's the more people checks it out, the more people that looks on there and favors everything and likes it. Why that just sends more traffic to it. So uh, that's what we're wanting right now. So, but yes, it's all good, Gypsy. We're really blessed, I guess, because when we first started out, well, it kept on it. It didn't take off real fast, but here in the last couple 3 weeks, it's really we've almost doubled in views. We stayed around 200, 300 there for a few months, and then all of a sudden it went to like 4, 5, 6 nights, like at seven, like I said, over 700 in the last few days. So we're really blessed. We just got to keep adding stuff and uh, keep making stuff and keep putting it on there. Well, thanks for the comment. We try to be good and fair and make things with make things that don't. I mean, we don't just throw them together. We try to make them good and do. I mean, try not to charge an arm and a leg, but it's all about doing something you like. It's not all about trying to make all the money you can at it. Uh, it's something that I've thought about doing for years ago and just never did uh, get started. But I thought I would try to make a go at it. And actually, in the last couple of years, I've been truly blessed to have done as well as I have, and it keeps growing. So I'm really happy. That's great. Anybody that thanks for sharing us and telling people about dream catchers and all that. And but that's thanks so much for doing that. And if she promotes, well, that'll be great. But also Hillbilly Hartman, we thank him. He's all the time talking about us and uh, mentioning us on his channels and all that. So we're really happy with him. But we'll try to. We may even try to. He's not that far away from us, so we may try sometime to get with him and catch up and see how, if we can get time, we'll see how that works out. Grandpa, yay! Uh, I found a pack and play at a my neighbor's yard sale over here, and I got it. So they didn't have one, and I got hit. May have he had some more stuff, and he's not real sure what he sold in the garage sale. So I may end up getting some more stuff uh, when I get over here in a couple of days and check it out. And he had a bouncy chair also, so I may end up getting. I I looked at it yesterday, but I didn't ask the price on it, so they're wanting rid of it real bad. He's gonna talk about that whenever I go to pick up the pack and play. But gonna be my first uh, gonna be my first for the youngin, I guess, because uh, when I adopted Lane and Haley, well, they was already 2.5 and 3.5. I didn't go through the baby stage, so I guess I'm fixing to be grandpa, learn how to take care of a toddler. So that may be interesting. I'll probably be talked about on here quite a bit after September. But I ain't far behind you, Gypsy. I'll be for, I'll be 44 in January or 45 in January. So
don't stand now, man. I'm just gonna give you a picture to show them. Need some Oscar's better too. If you know, fridge, it was taped. Show that to them. Oh, I dropped it.
throw it at me. There's the two when I came around. So 2.5 and 3.5. So
Someone Haley did to you.
you can see there. Yeah, Haley. The first time I met Haley, she jumped up in my lap, said, "You have a big old paw belly." So
I thought the child had ruined my chances of dating him.
Yeah, everybody figured that she would, I would leave and never come back, but it didn't happen that way. But Gypsy, I didn't know you was that old. Sorry, but you don't look that old.
We dropped everything.
But
I swear. Back when Lane was like 14, 15.
they,
That's my favorite picture you do.
yeah, there's some of the garage sales that you can find some really good stuff at because I keep dropping everything too that you can find really good stuff at. Um, People buys it and uh, they don't use it, or it goes to grandpa and grandma's and they use it one time or something like that. But there's when Lane was 14 there, and uh, we was eating uh, dinner somewhere at a restaurant.
Birthday party in the back of the
Yeah,
restaurant.
birthday party. So
there's a family photo at
okay,
Fall Creek Falls.
this is another thing that we was at long about that time. I haven't changed much; it's got more gray. So
That's legit like our only family
anyway, but
there's a black coyote.
I didn't have nothing to do with that. But
It's funny because I want to show Gypsy and tell her these are what's on my fridge and has been on my fridge for years.
this turned into show and tell.
It did, yes.
Okay, Gypsy, this is these are sticking on the fridge, so
So I thought it was so funny when you asked for skunks.
you got
A boy and a girl.
pinking, and a blue one. So they've been sticking on the fridge.
I bought those years ago.
We've had them sticking there for
Oh my gosh.
a long time.
Oh my gosh. Long time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go on again. Don't forget this cake over you get it.
I won't.
Love you guys.
Surprise grandkid at 36. Actually, there's a guy that I work with. He become a grandpa at 30. He become a grandpa at 30, 36 or 37. I'm not real sure. Yep, she ran off and said bye and left. So tough times around here, I guess. With Gypsy, we wasn't expecting one this early either, so you never know when it might happen. You may end up, you may end up being a grandma before you know it. But nothing wrong with having a thing's about to fall here. Nothing wrong with having a stepdaughter, but like you said, I mean, the way I see it, there's no such thing as a stepdaughter or stepson. I mean, uh, they're just they're just like a real daughter or a real son. So that works out. Uh, that's great. thing's trying to fall here. Maybe I can get it fixed back in a minute. There we go. But Denise, you're blessed. Sounds like if you got 20 grandkids and 7 great grandkids, you are a blessed lady. I don't know where I can handle the 15-year-old driving thing again or not. I think that's what took. I think that took a few years off of my life, trying to teach two how to drive. Not at the same time, but just a few years apart. I feel for you trying to get both of them at the same time. Well, I'm gonna get off of here. I've been on here for about an hour, so I'm gonna get off. And Liz baked the cake earlier. I think I'm gonna get off of here. And one wants to drive and one don't. Well, I figured it'd be the other way around. I figured the boy would want to drive and the girl wouldn't, but I've seen that happen before. The boys want to and the girls don't want no part of it, but it's the other way around with you, looks like. But anyway, I'm going to jump off of here and get me a piece of cake that Liz has baked and see how good it is. It looks awful good sitting over here. I've been eyeballing it the whole time I've been on, so I'm going to get me a piece of that and head to bed soon. I've got to go into work early tomorrow actually for the next 3 days, so I guess I need all the rest I can get. And sometimes kids are like that. I mean, they have opposite uh, situations, so you never know how it's going to go. And then you got some that wants the same thing. Both of them wants the same thing, so it just all depends, I guess. But well, anyway, I'm gonna jump off here and call it a night, and probably see y'all here in a few days. Liz, like I said, she'll probably be on here a few nights this week and saying hello to everybody. And the the heat in the factory's been pretty bad, so they got they keep us plenty to drink and stuff like that. So that's one good thing about it. But I got all the yard and everything mowed this week, so maybe it'll cool down again before I have to mow, hopefully. But But she is feeling a lot better and doing a lot better, and hopefully she'll continue to go in the right direction and not go in the back, not go backwards. Hopefully, and so she loves to sit here and make stuff and help me and stuff like that. She even come out in the shop this morning and looking around and see what I was working on. That's the first time she'd been in there probably in a couple of weeks. So when she gets out there as hot as it is, well, I know she's feeling pretty good. But anyway, I'm gonna call it tonight. Everybody have a safe week. Gypsy, you be safe traveling, and Denise, don't let the twins get the best of you. Uh, Trying to teach them how to drive, just make them keep it between the ditches. And so, anyway, everyone have a good night, and I'll catch you all here probably next week.